Hi guys! So today is 11 weeks for me. I can't believe it. This is my second week in the double digits and I am so close to finishing my first trimester. But the most exciting thing about that, I actually forgot to mention to you in my last update that I had my first prenatal doctor's appointment today. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with that. It's part of the reason why I'm in such a good mood right now. I'm feeling really good. I ended that appointment by asking her, okay, so at what point exactly am I done with the first trimester? She's like, oh yeah, after about 13 weeks, you know, it's safe to say you're in the second trimester. And I said, okay, good, because I'm waiting for that point so that the miscarriage risk goes down. And she's like, you know, at this point, the miscarriage risk for you is probably pretty low. We've heard the heartbeat, your uterus is growing at the right rate, everything's on track. She's like, not that it can't happen, of course anything could happen, but it's looking pretty good for you. So that was really, really great to hear from this doctor. So about that appointment, I feel really good. If you watched, I think it was my 6-week update, I talked about the first clinic that I went to. It's a high-risk clinic and they treat type 1 diabetics there. And I talked about how my experience there wasn't great. I didn't feel like they really were listening to me, but more they just had like a list of protocols that they do for every patient, and I didn't like, I don't know, I didn't feel like I had good dialogue with the doctor. Well, anyway, this doctor took a completely different experience. As soon as she came in, like, there was just such a good vibe. She was really nice. You know, looked me in the eye when I talked to her, the kind of doctor who was like actually interested in hearing what you had to say. What I learned from her is that she's pretty open to things that other doctors, I'm sure, wouldn't be as into. For instance, I asked her what her opinion on delayed cord clamping is. I said, would that be something that would be possible if I give birth in this hospital? And she said, I do that with all of my patients. So, I mean, that's a really good sign to me that a doctor, you know, an OB, not a midwife, sees that there might be some benefit there in something like delayed cord clamping, and that she's for it, you know, she's for doing that. I also asked her, you know, if at this hospital I would be supported in my desire to have a natural childbirth, and she said yeah. She said the staff is great about you know, like they have tubs that you can labor in, and you know, she told me to write a birth plan and just to specify that I didn't want any pain medicine or anything like that, and that I should be able to have a natural birth. Obviously, as long as everything goes to plan, you know, they're going to keep a close eye on me, and if I am not a good candidate for a natural birth, then obviously, like, I'm not going to fight the system. I'm not against medical interventions. I just want to, you know, try to do it naturally. And she was all for that. Like, she thought it sounded great. So basically, this was my first exam, and she did pretty much like a physical, like a full physical. She listened to my heart, my lungs. She did a breast exam, a pelvic exam, pap smear. So in case you're wondering what happens at that first appointment, you can expect those things. She felt my uterus and said that it felt great. And then the best part, I was really, really hoping for this, was that she pulled out her Doppler and was able to show me my baby's heartbeat. My husband was there too, so we got to hear the heartbeat for the first time. Now, we've seen it on an ultrasound, but we hadn't heard it before, so it was kind of a big moment for me. She's like, and she told my husband, she's like, get a camera ready to record, because, you know, I'm fine with that, and so once I find the heartbeat, then start recording it. So we actually got footage of that, and I'll insert that footage right now. It's fast.
As it should be, not fast at this point. High 160s, low 170s. Sounds great.
And she said, like, she was like, okay, it might take me a while to find it. And it's funny, as soon as she put the wand on my belly, like instantly, it's like it touched my skin, and it's like, poof, 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 poof. You know, we heard the heartbeat instantly, and that was just really reassuring to me. The heartbeat is still in the upper 160s, 170 range, which is what it was when I got my ultrasound at 9 weeks. So that's consistent. It's been about in that range, the 160s. And yeah, it was just so good to hear that. And that's part of what, you know, when I asked about the miscarriage chance, she's like, you really shouldn't worry anymore at this point. So I'm actually considering making an announcement today to my extended family. I still haven't told many people, just my immediate family, you know, parents, siblings, my husband's parents, and then just like a small handful of friends know. So I'm considering giving my mom the okay to send out that group email to all of my aunts. I have like, my mom's one of 5 sisters, so I got a bunch of aunts, bunch of cousins, and I think I might make that announcement today. So I'll let you know if I do that next week. All right, so on to diabetes stuff. Overall, this week has been really good. Last week I talked about how my blood sugars had sort of changed and they've been running a bit higher. Well, this week I've been happy because I've been able to keep them pretty normal. You know, I changed the habit I was in of snacking here and there, and my blood sugars have been great. But then yesterday, oh my gosh, this was so frustrating. And please, any type 1 moms out there who have a baby, let me know if this happened to you and if there's any reason why I should worry, or if, you know, if this happened to you and everything was still okay. But I don't know what the heck happened. I had something different for lunch, and you know, whenever you have something different, you don't exactly know what to expect. And an hour later, 2 hours later, my blood sugar was 220, like in the 200s. And that's the first time this pregnancy that I've had a blood sugar over 200. So obviously it scared me, like I freaked out a little bit. I also know the importance of, you know, moving on. Freak out for a second, treat it, move on, and that's kind of what I did. I immediately injected Humalog, which is rapid-acting insulin, and within 4 hours, my blood sugar was like back to 80. Now, I did have some lows after that because I overcorrected, because the 220 freaked me out, but it was fine. My blood sugar stayed under 100 for the rest of the night. But yeah, so my blood sugar got to 220, which is the highest it's been so far in this pregnancy. And again, if any of you like have been through a successful pregnancy as a type 1, let me know if you had blood sugars that were in the 200s here and there. You know, like I think from what I've read that it's okay to have a couple of those outliers, you know, as long as you don't live with your blood sugar 200 all the time. I think it's okay. But yeah, so if you have any advice about that, leave them in the comments below. Okay, so other symptoms, I don't really have anything new. I feel really great. My energy seems to be back. First couple weeks I was exhausted. That was my main pregnancy symptom. And now I feel great. I've been like wanting to do projects around the house. I'm wanting to start exercising again. Before I got pregnant, I was really good about exercising every single day. And then I stopped when I got pregnant because I was exhausted, but I was also kind of nervous about doing too much activity. Anyway, I'm ready to start exercising again, so hopefully I can get myself back into that routine, and again, I'll let you know if I do. So I'm going to end this video with a quick belly shot. I don't know if it's changed since last week, and again, I think a lot of it's just bloat, but still, it's different than what my belly looks like and normally. And so since it's different, I'm going to record it. So here's the belly shot. So here's with the shirt on. I know this shirt's kind of loose. There's that pooch down low. And then the front. And then the side. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and if you have any comments, as always, leave them down below. I love reading comments and getting back to you guys. I feel like I'm already meeting people, and that's so much fun for me, especially other type 1s. It's hard to find each other, and I'm just so pleased that I've been meeting so many other type 1s already, and I've only had this channel for a couple weeks, you know, so thank you guys for leaving comments and introducing yourselves, because it's really cool to have a little type 1 community. So yeah, hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you next week for my 12-week update. Bye!